Maleficent! You're here! You're all right!
I found them caught inside a rift in the data.
We were just fine. You will hear no words of thanks from me, child.
Sayonara to the 1, 2, 3 of you. I'm out. See you chumps on the other side.
Well, think I'll keep an eye on them on their way out.
And by the way, don't think we're letting you off the hook.
Pretty soon, the data will go back to its original form. The way it was before, all of those bugs showed up.
It's time to say goodbye. Huh? What gives? Is it a glitch? There's some kind of lump in my throat.
It's not a glitch. That's just what goodbye feels like. When we met in the datascape, it brought back a whole bunch of memories. The day I set out on my first big adventure, the day I made a new friend, a special friend, they all came rushing back to me. I knew that the journal, it's not just a diary, it's a collection. A collection of all we felt. The journal shows what's in our hearts. I promise, we'll tell the other Sora and Riku about what happened here. That way, this journey that we just had will be one everyone shares. The memories will always connect us. They'll be our own special bond. Remember, we're friends forever, Sora.
Yep. Friends forever, Your Majesty.
It's finally clear
What's that?
why that world they call the Date Escape seems so familiar.
Huh?
A book known as the Ancient Book of Prophecies. It's said to be capable of transcribing events that have yet to take place.
No kidding. If we got our mitts on something like that, we could finally take over permanent-like.
Yes, considering legend has it the book can also conjure, making an entire world filled with beings and powers that have yet to exist.
Really? A book that could just make up a world? I don't know. That sounds like nothing more than fluffy pink kids' fairy tale stuff. It just sounds too good to be true.
Ah, but who's to say a fairy tale's not true? And I ask you, how does that differ from this world they call the Date Escape?
Oh.
Don't you think it might just be worth our while to search for a connection? Perhaps there's a link of some sort between that so-called journal of theirs and the Book of Prophecies.
I'd say with that, we are on to something huge, eh, Maleficent?
Ours is not a lost cause. First, we must take possession of this data of theirs.
Hey, you know, we never did figure out that mysterious message.
Guys, big news. A new world has shown up inside the journal.
What do you mean?
I've found another door leading to extra data. Somebody must have added it, once all the other data was restored.
And if we explore that world,
Then we should get some answers about this message.
great! Let's ask Sora to...
When we fixed the data, everything in the journal went back to the way it started. Remember?
Which means that Sora's journey through the datascape, it never happened to him. Why, now he's just the same boy he was before he ever met any of us.
I'm fine. My partition isn't affected. But Sora, we can't send him out there when he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh.
Wait! Hey, Riku! Could you help me get back into the datascape one more time?
Ah! Huh? Hey! Huh?
Sora, this was the day that your journey began. I know, because I was here too. It's time for the truth.
Where am I? How'd I end up in this place? And who are you?
I'm Mickey. I've come here from another kind of world.
Another kind of world?
Their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. It's a message, and you're the only one with the power to solve the mystery behind it. So we really need your help.
Power? What's that? Whoa! What's that?
You may not remember, but it's clear you still hold the power inside you. Think you'd be willing to lend us a hand? You might help us figure out the truth.
Gosh, I don't have a clue what's going on. I don't, but at the same time, what you're saying feels kind of familiar. So this truth you're talking about, do you think it involves me somehow?
Actually, I'm not exactly positive. However, I get the sense it's something important you need to know.
If it's information that I'm supposed to know, then, well... Okay, Mickey. I'll help.
Thank you. Let's go. Just follow my lead.
Whoa. So you think the truth's hiding somewhere in here? Hey, Mickey? Guess he went ahead. Oh, who are you?
Me? I'm nobody. In this place, to find is to lose. And to lose is to find. That's the way of things, here in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion?
That's right. Here you will meet people you know, people that you care about.
Huh? It's a kind of card with a picture on it.
Use that card and press on. You will find the truth that sleeps up ahead.
Well, wait! But how am I supposed to use this? He could have told me that much. And why does he seem so familiar? Oh,
Alright, for the sake of everyone's sanity here, we are going to be doing some major cuts during this finale of Kingdom Hearts ReCoded, and there's a good reason behind it. In this final section before the end boss of ReCoded, they have you go through the worlds that we've already gone through a third time, with a new Castle Oblivion skin to them, and it's about reliving Chain of Memories in a way, because you're slowly losing your memories of the worlds, and the gameplay in it is the most boring it ever has been, and the cutscenes drag on and hammer home the same message, so I'm cutting out quite a bit of them until they start getting to the more relevant stuff. I'm sure you understand, as someone who loves this series so much and wants to show it to you at its best, sometimes you have to cut the fat, and with this, I honestly believe it. That's it, and see you in a bit.
You've used up all the cards, I take it? I would ask if you enjoyed your little trip. But we both know that you've forgotten it. That you're feeling pretty empty.
no, I'm not. I may not remember who I met, but I do remember that I met them. And knowing that I've forgotten them, I miss them.
So you heard. I warned you. Don't you remember what I said? That hurt will drag you down into the darkness. You have to get rid of all of it.
No, I don't. I can keep the hurt because it reminds me of something important. It lets me know that what I've forgotten is crucial. That's enough. I won't run from it. It'll stay inside of my heart until the day I remember.
The darkness will take you first.
If I put the hurt aside, I'll lose my ties to all the people I care about. My mind's made up. I may end up falling into the darkness, but I'll carry this with me. I'll only get rid of it when I remember everything, and not a day sooner than that. I'll keep the hurt with me for the time being. It's all that I have. It's what holds the pieces in place. I accept that.
You say you accept it? It's not a game! It's way past time that you learned what real hurt feels like!
It was clear that this is what we had to do. As soon as they went, yo, Roxas is here. Yo, maybe we should take him on. Or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Roxas. The mystery opponent. He is our final boss of the game, which I'm totally cool, because Roxas is dope. He has 2 Keyblades, and the other promise is one of the best tracks. However, he is pushing my shit in right now. I better not fucking die. Aw, crap. They gave him all of his good moves from Kingdom Hearts 2, such as those, I believe they're called Faith, the beams of light. He's fast, he's got moves. Okay, he's not as good as he was in Kingdom Hearts 2, because he was unbelievably broken there, and one of the hardest fights in the series as a normal boss. And I'm of course talking about like normal story bosses, not extra bosses. Those don't count. Oh my god. I just have to keep up my spacing. Okay, that's really cool when he like launches me and then just has his way with me. Oh my god. Okay, just I'm scared. I guess because we're going to be finishing the game once we defeat him, and we'll just get the ending as well as the couple of secret movies that came with the movie version of this. I could give my final thoughts on the game. I think it is good. I just wish this final world was just this fight. This fight with like a time lapse. It feels like filler at the very end. This game, because it was a phone game, was very much relying on filler and monthly updates, and the fact that they didn't want to spoil any aspects of Birth by Sleep, they had to wait. So as a result, we have a lot of filler moments in the game that really hurt it, you know? If you really cut down the amount of time you spend going through the worlds the second time, which I cut out to restore Data Riku, and if you cut out like 90% of Castle Oblivion, this game would be really solid. And the last thing you need to do in a game that is retreading worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1 is to retread them 3 times in this game. And that's my personal feeling on it. In the end, that would make the game light on story content, I guess, but I feel like I would prefer a tighter experience overall, with a bunch of optional stuff that you can include for people who want to engage with that. But overall, this is not as bad as people have expressed. It is very much unnecessary story-wise, but I still found some enjoyment out of this entire ordeal, and making these videos has been a blast, if not extremely time-consuming. But, yeah, we gotta get ready to finish this guy off and wrap things up. I don't know if I'll be doing an interlude video in between this and the next LP, we'll have to see, but let's get ready to finish this off, and make sure to stay to the end. There's some really interesting stuff as we close out, because once you beat ReCoded, everything gets really fucking interesting. I also think it's important that even though I'm a big fan of this series, and I don't have a lot of problems with certain aspects, I can highlight that a lot of stuff toward the end of Code is just a mess. And I feel it's important to express that to a degree. Now, let's see if we can bring him down. Please. Holy shit. Holy shit. He's gonna fucking win. Stop it. Done.
Come on, Sora. Do it. Finish me off. Why won't you do it? I get it. You've seen through my disguise. I'm just like everyone else you've encountered in this place. Made of data. I'm not even worth the effort. Is that what it is? Guess there's no point in destroying something if it never existed. Is that right?
Not at all. You say that you're an illusion, but you certainly pack a really big punch. You said that you'd show me hurt, and you weren't wrong. Actually, the hurt that I just felt was more than that. Sure, it might have hurt while we were fighting, but I sensed a different kind of hurt from you. It was kind of like an intense, sharp pain. But it felt sort of familiar. Almost like it was my own. As if we'd been connected. Like right then we shared the same hurt. If somehow it brings me closer to people in that kind of way, then carrying around a little hurt can't be all that bad.
Can't be all that bad. All right, I give up. Here. You pass, Sora. Congratulations, you understand hurt. Now, use this to find the truth.
What do you mean?
My role was to see if you were ready to take ownership of the hurt inside you. And now that role is done. Nothing left for me to do but go away.
Are you gonna go back home?
I don't know if I really have one. But there's a place I'd like to be.
A place? Where? Oh! What's this feeling? I've got memories that don't belong to me. A place to call home. And a sunset that's comforting. My first and my last
summer vacation.
You can rest easy. I've got you now.
Alright, well, with that, we've taken down Roxas, and the only thing left to do now is to open the final door. The final door that'll give us the last bit of info we need. And with that, we're done with Kingdom Hearts ReCoded once I enter this door, and that's going to be it for me talking for the rest of this episode. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that toward these final 2 episodes I started cutting the fat on this game, but in the end, this is a game about bloat. This is a game about filler content, and I feel like my goal with this series at its core is to give you the best experience for the entire series and show you everything in a good way. And if I have to cut a little bit, I will. But this is probably the only time I will be doing that. Same went for the stuff I cut out of Kingdom Hearts 358 Days over 2. Going forward, we have a few games left. We'll get into that in the next episode. But for now, let's finish off ReCoded as they reveal to us what's going to happen next.
Sora!
Mickey!
I'm so glad I finally caught up to you. Sorry that it took me so long. I know you ended up having to do all the work on your own. I just couldn't get here sooner.
It's okay. You're here now. Look. If I use this card, it'll lead us to the truth.
Is that right? The message said their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. Maybe now we can finally solve it.
Let's find out. Who are you? Oh. It's like when I met Mickey. I don't know you, but you're familiar.
Nice to meet you, Sora. I am Naminé. You may not know who it is I am, but I know things about you.
So what exactly is going on here?
Sora, maybe I can explain. There was a time when you lost every one of your memories. But everything turned out to be okay because Naminé helped you through it.
Wow, you really did that for me, Naminé? You deserve a big thanks.
No, I don't. I put your memories back together. That part is true. But it was also me. I was the one who took them apart in the first place.
Huh?
Not only that, the reason all of the bugs appeared in Jiminy's journal, that was me.
What?
Oh.
Tell us what you mean.
It all began with these memories that were sleeping way down deep. deep in Sora's heart.
These are my memories?
Actually, no, they're not yours. They belong to people who are connected to you.
Huh? Isn't it weird for somebody else's memories to be inside me?
Yes. Usually it's impossible. When I first found them while repairing your memory, I thought I had made some sort of mistake. But then, after searching for answers, all the evidence I found proved they belong in your heart. Sora will have to awaken these memories. But this is where they will sleep until that time comes. They are important. And yet, dangerous too.
Naminé, how are they dangerous?
These memories, all of them are too painful. Handled the wrong way, they could damage Sora's heart, even break it. That's why I needed for Sora to find a way to face that kind of hurt. So I left the message for all of you.
Their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. That was you! You're the one who left us that message!
When I unraveled Sora and the others' memories, it also erased the words in Jiminy's journal. That book was filled with pages and pages of memories from your first adventure. It shows how deeply the journal and Sora are connected. When I took Sora's memories apart, they stayed in his heart. It may have looked like they were gone, but they were there the whole time. Even after the text disappeared from the journal, the memories remained. That's why you were able to render them as data.
Yeah, but the data we got was a mess. And then all those bugs appeared. Jiminy never wrote about any bugs.
That was... me too. When I added these memories to the journal, I also added all this hurt. I thought that maybe if you fought the bugs that sprang from these memories, you might learn to face the hurt in the memories themselves.
So that's what it was. I didn't realize you had to go through so much trouble to get us to investigate this hurt, Naminé.
I'm sorry. I wish I could have told you this in person. But the real me is gone. She doesn't exist now.
Guys? You kinda lost me a few minutes ago.
You don't have to understand it. You have already learned how to face the hurt, Sora.
I did?
You most certainly did. At times, the pain can be wiped away. But there's also a pain that always stays with you. There's only one way to deal with that. You face it head on, and then you accept it. And if it happens that the hurt is too great for you to bear it alone, well then you turn to a friend close to your heart.
Oh. It'll bring us closer together. The hurt will only make us stronger. I'm willing to try. I'm ready to face all those memories that you found. It might have to be painful, but I can take it.
Sora!
Wait. You're not in this alone. Always remember, I'm here too.
Yep.
Thank you. Just touch this. Don't be afraid. You'll feel all of the memories that are locked inside flow right into your hearts.
Uh-huh.
Sora, be strong!
Who?
These are hidden truths. Sora has been keeping them locked away, deep inside of him. Remember, these memories you're feeling, they don't belong to him.
Namine, that's you. Who's the other girl? She feels so familiar. And something happened. Something terrible. Didn't it?
They're waiting for Sora. He's the only one who can put an end to their hurt. Diz told me he hid something inside you during the year you were asleep. I asked him what, and all he would say was that he was clearing his conscience. Sora must be the key to saving the people you saw. And the ones you're about to see.
It can't be.
Maybe you know how much they're hurting. These three were keys too. They were connected to the Keyblade's truth. And they're still connected, Sora. Somewhere way down deep inside of you.
Funny. I feel as though I've met them.
Yes, 2 of them you have met. As for the third, I never realized it, but you and he share a very special connection.
Yeah.
Namine, you said Sora has to call these memories to the surface. Is it time?
I can't say for sure, but I do know. A day will come when they must rise from their sleep. And then, the only one who can save them will be Sora.
The bond they all share? That's gonna be the key, right? Don't worry, Namine. I'll make sure I pass this on to Sora. You know, the one in the outside world.
Please do.
Okay.
Well...
Just a second.
Huh?
Our promise. Your promise to the me I don't know. You kept it, right?
I may be gone, but my promises to him are forever. And anyway, I owe this much. For all those people that I hurt.
So what happens to you? The one that's right here?
I'm really just data made to pass along a message. I shouldn't exist right now in this journal at all. And now the record of me will disappear. But when you pass my message on to the other Sora, just remember to tell him the things that you've seen and that you felt. If you do that, then we'll be at rest, her and me too.
Along with everybody connected to Sora. Namine, you got it. Oh yeah. I almost forgot. I have a message for you too. Thank you.
And so ended our journey to connect those memories with these. Sora, when Namine's words are passed on to you, when the day comes that you learn of this great, unknown, and mysterious adventure, it's important that you understand, whatever you feel in your heart, that's what he felt in his. I wanted to tell you right away about memories from the past that sleep within you, and about the pieces that will tie you to your future. Sora, Riku, Kairi. The truth behind the Keyblade has found its way through so many people, and now I know that it rests in your hearts. Sora, you are who you are because of those people, but they're hurting, and you're the only one who can end their sadness. They need you. It's possible that all your journeys so far have been preparing you for this great new task that's waiting for you. I should have known there were no coincidences, only links in a much larger chain of events. And now the door to your next journey is ready to be opened. Sid, I think we're finally close to figuring out where Ven's heart is.
Is that so? Then that leaves only Terra.
Right. And we've got to save all three of them.
The question is, what does Xehanort intend to do next?
Xehanort? But his two halves are gone. There was Ansem, who commanded the Heartless, and Xemnas, who commanded the Nobodies. Didn't Sora defeat them both?
Correct. Those two met their end. However, therein lies exactly our problem. Their destruction now guarantees the original Xehanort's reconstruction.
Huh?
Xehanort's heart, once seized by his heartless half, is now free. And his body, which had become his nobody, has been vanquished. Both halves will now be returned to the whole. In short, this means Master Xehanort will return.
And you think that maybe he's gonna try something?
A man like Xehanort will have left many roads open.
Well, it doesn't matter what he cooks up. Me and Sora, we'll be ready. And Riku too.
Yes, they are indeed strong, but not true Keyblade masters like you. Tell me, would a single one of you suffice if what you faced was not a single one of him?
What? What do you mean?
Mickey, please summon Sora hither. Riku as well.
Of course, but why?
To show us the mark of mastery.
That was more difficult than I thought. But at least things are on track. Lord Xemnas is nowhere to be seen, so that means the party's already begun, huh?
Yes.
Man, does that Xehanort scare me like nobody's business. The way he can see into minds. And it doesn't help that no one knows what it is that the old man wants. I wonder if even you know what's going on inside your own head.
I will be led wherever it is I am destined to go.
Sounds to me like you don't have a clue of your own.
Every Keyblade Master is bequeathed a Keyblade of his very own. With the passing of time, as you can imagine, more and more Keyblades were forged to be handed down. But of all the Keyblades in existence, Master Xehanort's is the most ancient. That is my destiny. But it has yet to become a reality.
Hey, it's okay. This is all connected to the ancient Keyblade War, isn't that right? Whatever. I got my hands full with my own plans. So, which poor soul will it be?